What's up, Monday? Just cracking, fam. How are you guys? What's poppin'? How is everyone doing? All good, Paul. Thank you. I appreciate you. Ken, what is going on, Ken? How are you? What's cracking? I feel like my loop deck has been giving me more problems than not lately. Why is this not? Good. Trying to get my software together. There's people. Monty Weaver is live. Kirk Nugent is live. ENN is live. What is cracking? Nano, que lo que? How are you doing? What's poppin'? Let's fix this bad boy. This music is like kind of like, it's like chill, it's low key, but I'm like, listen, let me see. What's this? What do we got here? This is like, all right, let's do this. That's it. That's how we do what we do, because we do what we do. Appreciate you watching anywhere you watch from, Ken. You spend time with me, I appreciate that. So thank you. Switch. What is hot? See, this is more my, we gonna get into a good stream tonight. That's all. What is cracking, mi gente? What's poppin'? That was the wrong scene because I didn't move my countdown. It's in the wrong place. But you love that beat, right? I like that beat too. That beat is just like, it's just. Let's get it, y'all. I like this beat too. This is a good beat. That other one, it was chill, but then it's like, it makes me just want to chill. And I gotta be here. I gotta be live for you guys, right? Like, come on. Come on. But let's lower that un poquito. Nano says, up for the vibes. Of course. Me too. Bring this up just a little bit. Just a little. What is cracking? Pirate Broadcast, what is going on? Pirate Broadcast is giving me nostalgia, all the feels about having a PSP. And I used to play, I was telling him I used to play Metal Gear Solid on my PSP. Oh, hey there. Yeah. How are you? I also played Need for Speed a lot on my PSP. I think those were the only two games. You mentioned that you played Call of Duty on the PSP. I don't know if I knew that you could play Call of Duty on the PSP. I feel like when I got into Call of Duty is actually the only game I really play now. I do play The Division. I like The Division, but Call of Duty is like really my only game that I play now. And I don't know if I knew about it back when I had the PSP, because it would have probably been a wrap. Irving Fryer, how are you doing today, my good sir? And the music that I get is from royalty-free music from the Stream Deck store. I don't pay. I don't pay for the music because I already paid for the Stream Deck. So I just get it from here. And that is all. So my Ecamm, not my Ecamm, my Loop Deck, the software, I've turned it off and I've turned it on a few different times, and it's acting a little, I don't like it. It's acting a little, basically it's acting in a way that doesn't want me to recommend that product to you. As much as I like it, the software should not work as much. I mean, the software should work way more often than what it currently is not working for me, if that makes sense. Oh, okay, got it. I was gonna say, I don't know if I knew about the Call of Duty on PSP. Call of Duty Mobile. It is good, but then what happens is that then I want to get real deep dive in, and it's not enough, right? Like, so I think I tried and I played it. It was, I played Call of Duty on my iPad. I connected the official Xbox controller via Bluetooth through the iPad. I was playing and it's a good experience, but then the matches were over too quick. It was too easy for me. I was like, no, I need to see this on a big screen, and I need a whole 10-minute match where I'm just killing people nonstop. That's the violent side of me. Anyway. Yes. An emulator for the PSP? Come on. Yes. Let's hear about that. What is cracking? So what I was going to go over. Hi, everyone. What's poppin'? How are you guys? We are here with day 73. We got 27 days to go, you guys. 27 days to go. I can't believe I'm under 30 days. This has been an experience. Last night was a great stream. We had a lot of people show up. Definitely a great stream. I'm trying to look at my levels because I know I was messing around with it when my mom was here. So just make sure my levels are okay. Over 60 people watching throughout the entirety of the stream yesterday. Everybody showed up. People just really wanted to win a free Stream Deck XL. I'm definitely extreme, right? That's like, I was looking at the numbers and I was like, dude, 60 people on average. I mean, we started off with, I think when I finally went live and I looked at the count, there were already like 38 people there. Paul says, now you understand the bulletproof door in my closet. Yes, that's why. Listen, and I'll throw controllers when I feel like somebody's freaking camping. But that's Call of Duty. I can talk about Call of Duty. And if you guys are not gamers, I don't want to bore you with all of my nerdy stuff. But yeah, yesterday we started off. There were about 38 people throughout. And then it just steadily increased. And at one point we peaked. I know we definitely peaked. When I looked at it, we peaked at like 63 people, 63 or 64 people. I know that we ended up having 69 registrants, or people who were for the Stream Deck thing. But I know, like, I was trying to keep an eye on the timer and stuff, and it was, like I said, I know when I looked at it at one point throughout the night, it was 63, and we held between 55 and 60 people throughout the entirety of the stream. Thank you, Gretchen. That means a lot to me from you guys. I'm glad you guys thought it was fun. Doc and I, we get together and we're just two big goofballs, and we definitely feed off of each other's energy. So it's always going to be a good show when Doc and I are together. It's just like, okay, let's stay on brand. Let's stay focused. Let's not just because we can go off the deep end. And then that's just like, well, what did we come on stream for to talk about? So I know that we both worked very hard yesterday with our individual ADDs and our squirreling the way we both get. We both worked very hard yesterday. And I think we both did a very good job at not getting squirreled. I wanted to make sure that I supported you guys in the community and I answered the questions, and I tried to keep up with the comments. But it was a little bit harder because I had a very specific agenda that I wanted to make sure that I went over yesterday. So I was, really, I had my agenda on my iPad on the left, trying to have a conversation, trying to keep an eye out on the comments, and then just answering the questions and things like that. And then, of course, going through it and doing the screen shares and stuff. It was good. It was a good challenge. Absolutely. So it makes me, so the only thing I can say like that is doing a busy stream like that with the comments, and with the comments going as quickly as they did, made me say, oh my God, my 8-inch iPad mini is nowhere near big enough to really manage for that additional screen for what I do. The 11-inch would have absolutely been better for that. But, you know, first world problems, right? And I appreciate the support. Stayed on the computer, one computer, while I started my own live on another. That's good. Good stuff. Good stuff. So I know that I promised Albert that I was going to go over setting up the shortcuts on the Stream Deck for timestamps, because I did it at some point, and I think I kind of wiped my computer, so I no longer have it. And that's something that I've been wanting to do, although with only 27 days to go. I mean, I guess it'll still be useful for day 26 and beyond. But that's something that I absolutely should have done much sooner in the stream. I just didn't get to it. So I guess if I show you guys, it's not easy. You did great. It's not easy. Thank you so much. Thank you. I guess I can show you guys that we can go through it. It was going to be either that or going through the loop deck, but the way the loop deck is looking right now, it is not looking good at all. So let me do a screen share so you guys can see what I'm talking about really quick. Screen share. Let's see. Where's I lost some windows. Okay. Oh, so we moved over here. My hair, I didn't put enough gel on my hair today. So you're seeing some of my natural curls with some of my natural frizz. That's okay. Oh no, there. So then this thing happens, and I'm not going to mess around with it too much. Okay, there it is. No, stop that. Okay, there you go. And so this is the Loop Deck software itself over here, what we're looking at. And let me actually, I think I can just focus in on the Loop Deck software because there's actually not a lot. Oh, but then it doesn't take up the whole screen. All right. That'll be a little bit better for you guys. Okay, cool. That's good. And then let me bring my comments over. Very cool, very cool. So this is the Loop Deck software itself, kind of an alternative. And this is what I wanted to show. And I'm, of course, because I'm always moving stuff around, I was trying to get the model number of my ultra wide the other day, well, earlier today, and I had to move the overhead camera and I didn't put it back. So let's see what this angle is looking like. So if I just come over here, this is what happens when you have one too many gadgets. It's like you're like, oh my God, I need this gadget because it's going to make my life easier. I need this gadget because it's going to make my life easier. And then it just makes your life more complicated. It says, nah, let me lower this a little bit. All right, that's a little bit better. So what I wanted to do is let's do just camera. Oh, that's actually not that bad. That view is actually not that bad. So if I bring this up, can I bring this up? The curved view is pretty cool. And where's my eCam? Zoom. And if I zoom and pan, you can see it. So we can take a look at this, right? So looking at the software works just like it works just like the Stream Deck. It mimics the device itself. These knobs are, you can rotate them. They're rotatable knobs here. So these are numbers. So these buttons over here, or this screen on the left and right, parallels, it tells you what these buttons are for. These are all shortcut buttons down here. And then these are buttons as well, capacitive touch buttons. And so you can see I can have up to 7 different pages here, and I'm going to switch to the software itself. But basically, if I want to bring the last comment on screen, these are like, this is my Ecamm live profile here. So like, this is the comment button. I press this should bring the comment on screen. This hides the comment immediately. Finish, don't press that when you're in the middle of a live stream. So if I want to start playing, if I want to do my yurt, I can push that in. So these buttons, I really like these buttons because they not only are they dials, but they're buttons. So they do 2 things at once. So if I push this, right? So here's, let's just do the music. This is what I do, my countdown, my end scene music. And now if I want to control the volume, I set it that the volume for all of my sound effects are from this top button. So I just twist it. And you can see as I'm twisting it, that's just bringing the volume down. And they're in notches. It's actually really nice. And let me do one other thing really quick. Let me do this right quick here. Okay, so now I can look at you guys. So I have this button, the knob itself, to control my sound effects volume. So I can bring it all the way down. And it's a little bit harder to see, but this number, now you can see because I brought it all the way down, this now turned into a dash or a 0. And as I bring the volume up, this number changes and the corresponding sound effect goes up as well. So I can keep the music playing in the background. If I want to do my your sound, bring my sound effect in. Right, and we can keep the music playing in the background there. Next scene and previous scene. Let me take a look at my scenes, because I don't want to just show scenes window. All right, so then if I want to go to my next scene is my Stream Deck promo. So I press the button, brings me back to my Stream Deck promo. Come back to the scene here. Let's see. So we can go ahead, and this also, the shortcut tells me that right now there's currently 16 people watching. What's cracking, you guys? How are you guys doing? So then this is page 1. So if I press this button here, go to page 2. These are some sound effects. You can customize these buttons. So when we go back into the software, you can customize these buttons. And so these are the generic Ecamm buttons. So like the applause, right? So that goes like that there, the air horn. So what I really like is these side buttons. So the dials or the knobs on the left and right, they're static. They stay the same from page to page. So if I go back to page 1, these are the same exact static buttons, right? So if I go to page 3, we have some options for our sound. So I can mute my mic. So if I press, that should have muted me, I believe. Mute your guest, mute your sound effects, so on and so forth. I don't mess around with this too much here, but if I wanted to control my microphone volume, so right now it's telling me that my mic volume is on 64. Let me just pull that up really quick so I can keep an eye on it. Where is it? I'm just going to move this over so I can take a look at this. So if I take this and dial this down, this should bring, yeah, that's lowering my mic volume. I'm just going to bring it back up to where I was. So I usually keep my mic volume at around 70. That must be better. Let's see. That's so funny. Hey, Obs, what is cracking? Obs says, I have been sitting here waiting on your stream, but got totally distracted. That's all right. That is all good. All right. Let's see what else. So that's on page 2. And these are the default buttons. I'll be honest with you. I've gotten it. So what did I do? I customized this left static, these dials. So I brought in this sound effect, right? I made the air horn because you guys know that I use that all of the time. And then this is my end scene music. So I brought these buttons in over here. Hey, Angela, what is cracking? How are you? Thank you for coming through. And so I did customize. Did I customize? You know what? I didn't customize the first page neither. So a lot of this stuff is default. I did not customize this page. If we go to page 3, that's the default plugin from Ecamm itself. Go to page 4. So now in page 4 and 5, I definitely did some customization here. And I know you can't see it too well, but I just want to show you guys the actions of how I'm pressing it and how it works, because the premise, you know, like Doc says, the Stream Deck is a fancy keyboard. The Loop Deck is a fancy keyboard. It does the same thing. It just does it very differently. I love the hardware. The quality of the hardware itself is built very well. I love how thin this device is. So it does come with legs. The legs that it came with were really short. I actually went to Etsy and I bought higher angle legs so it can stand up taller at a better degree for me to see. The legs that it came with still makes it very slanted lower to the desk, and it's not as ergonomically friendly when you're streaming. You look down, you still kind of struggle a little bit. But to have this on the go, I love how small this is, right? Super thin. The build quality itself, really good plastic. It's not like the cheap plastic. The knobs itself, really good quality knobs. Like I said, these are capacitive buttons. So basically, when you press the button, so if I just want to, these are all like scenes that I've customized. So if I want to just change my scene, right, and come here, pressing that button, and let me just come back to the overhead, but pressing any of these on screen touch buttons, because they're capacitive, they give a little bit vibration back, a confirmation, letting you know that you pressed the button. I thoroughly enjoy that. The buttons themselves, these down here, are clicky. So again, you get a good response from when you're pressing them. The push dials, good response when you're trying to turn the knob itself. You can tell they're in steps, the increments, so you know that it's not like a fluid turn, a fluid knob. It's notches. So it's a very good response for you to really control and be dialed in. And a lot of people use this, not just, I haven't recorded videos to edit because I'm doing live streams. This device with the knobs and stuff, actually, a lot of editors will use it on editing photos and video editing, right? So like in Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere, and things like that. There's individual plugins for that come the same way we have the Ecamm Live plugin. And I can imagine that definitely with the push button and with the knobs, having that control. So think about if you're editing a video, right? And that's where I would say a device like this absolutely wins over the Stream Deck, because you guys know that the Stream Deck, the buttons are just the buttons, and you can push a button and it'll, if you have the plugin for, let's say, Final Cut Pro, and you're going to compare Final Cut Pro on the Loop Deck versus Final Cut Pro on the Stream Deck, right? These are just buttons. So if you have let me just zoom out a little bit. Okay, that's better. So if you have the Final Cut Pro plugin, right, on here, you're just pressing a button. So if you want to blade, if you want to like move over 10 frames to the left or 10 frames to the right, you're going to push, 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 push on the Stream Deck because these are just buttons. However, when really doing some good editing, regardless of the type of editing, photography, videography, or anything like that, that's when these dials and these buttons will absolutely come in clutch, right? Because now think about it. If you need to move forward on your timeline, or if you need to move back on the timeline, if you want to go to a specific spot so that you can press the blade button. So let's think about it. If I'm, let's say I want to move to the 30-second mark, I'm just going to twist the button, get to 30-second mark, and either push it to cut it, or, depending on what it is there. So I like the device. I don't like the device. I love the device. I do love the physical hardware. And then, folks, because there is an and then, let's go back to that screen share here. This is the software itself that you're looking at for the Loop Deck. The software itself looks very similar to Stream Deck software. So, well, not the software, it acts the same way. I misspoke. The same way when you're configuring your Stream Deck, you open up your Configure Stream Deck software, it mimics it's an emulator. It mimics the actual Stream Deck, the physical Stream Deck, so that you can see it on screen the way we're looking at it now. The Loop Deck software works the same exact way. So as you can see, this is my device as is. And this is where I feel like, and Paul and I talked about this last week a little bit, this is where I feel like everything falls apart, unfortunately, with the Loop Deck. The good thing, so here's the pro. I'd rather have really great hardware, really great quality hardware, and not so great, because I'm not going to say that it's crappy. It's definitely not crappy. It's good software. It's good. It's not great. Especially when you're coming from a Stream Deck, the way I've been thoroughly using the Stream Deck for almost 2 years now, and knowing what the Stream Deck software, the capabilities of the software itself, and the capabilities that it gives you to do, that's where there's room for improvement. But that's a good problem to have, because at that point it becomes, let's figure out this software and let's push out updates. To my understanding, the devs are very active with the Loop Deck. So what the Loop Deck software was about a year ago, and I am repping the bank today. I felt so clearly, if you didn't know where I work, now you know where I work full time. I just realized you can see my whole shirt on the screen. I just didn't want to wear anything else. But anyway, but to my understanding, a year ago from where the Loop Deck software was, it was a lot worse. And they do listen. So, you create, people like me, like Alex, Doc has it, other creators, they go in and they'll either reach out to the software developers directly, or even creating a video on it. They follow that stuff and they take that stuff into account and they create updates. So where we're at right now is much better than where we were. I can't speak on where we were prior. I've been using the Loop Deck for maybe about 2 months. And with that, I will say that I haven't even customized it, because when I've gotten it, I was in the middle of my 100 days challenge, that it's all a learning curve. It's all, and that's the other thing with the software, that it's not as intuitive as the Stream Deck is, right? So with the Stream Deck, you download a plugin, you look at it, you read the plugin, you can kind of put 2 and 2 together, because usually the plugin will mimic, it will mirror the software itself, right? So with Ecamm, running and hitting run scene means that you want to choose that particular scene. In Ecamm, if you hit next scene or previous scene, right, it does that, and you can just drag and drop. If you read the label, you can drag and drop on a Stream Deck because you know how that works in the actual program itself. It's kind of buried a little bit in the Loop Deck. So there's definitely a learning curve there. And I'm still working through that learning curve, and I don't want to say it's because it's hard, but it's because I haven't really sat down and just focused on let me learn the Loop Deck. It's the basic template has been okay enough that I haven't forced myself to really understand the inner workings of the software itself. So let me come in and check in on you guys, because I see the comments. Y'all are out in the streets. So we got Facebook user saying, hello, India. What is cracking? How are you? What's poppin', Facebook user? Good to see you too. Always good to see all of you guys. Angela, I said hello to. Paul is reminding you guys, don't forget to hit that like button. I appreciate you, Paul. Let's see. Feel so alive. Hey, Robin, how are you? Got rained out on our camping trip, so get to hang out with you. Win-win. I appreciate that. That's always a win-win. Hey, girl. Hey, how are you? It's all right. You are here. I appreciate the support. That means so much to me. K-Walk coming through. Van training, getting the vote out. All right, girl. Do what you do. Make sure you are safe. And I appreciate you always checking in. What's poppin', Gabe? How are you? Albert, I was thinking about you. I said that I was maybe going to do the timestamps for Stream Deck. I'm going to leave that for tomorrow because I already went into Loop Deck because I wasn't sure if you were going to show up or not. But Albert is coming through with a question. Do you use both the Loop Deck and the Stream Deck, or prefer either or as needed? So I've actually been using both simultaneously at the same time. The way I have them both customized. So if we go back to my overhead camera, so the way I have them both customized is that I've been using the Loop Deck kind of like for my sound effects. So that one for my outro music. I also use it to show different scenes. So you can see I have my 28 days to go wherever it is on the screen. If I press the button, now it hides that. So I've been using it for kind of my overlays. I've used it predominantly when I am giving my, let me stop that music. I've been also using it predominantly when I give my Stream Deck class, because what I do is I keep my Stream Deck here as the demo, right? So as I'm doing my Stream Deck class, I'm using this as the demo. I will refer to the Loop Deck to just switch the scenes so that for me, I keep myself a little bit organized, and I have the dedicated scenes with my Stream Deck on my Loop Deck rather. And then I'm showing a real live view of what I'm teaching, if that makes sense. I have been thinking about it. And I mentioned this before I think you weren't here yet. I like the portability of the Loop Deck itself because it's such a small device. This actually fit, taking the legs off, this fit in my backpack really well. And with the form factor, because it's fairly flat minus the buttons, they do sell a nice hard case for it. This is a great travel device. It's USB-C, you can see here. It's so flat, even if you didn't want to use the legs, it takes up such a small footprint. Definitely a great travel device if I wasn't going to use, let's say, the Stream Deck Mobile or something. But I've been using both. And I actually reached out. So these legs, I got them from a designer on Etsy, and I've been working with him. Because he uses both the Stream Deck XL as well as the same Loop Deck, he created a stand that he's about to start selling where it's like this. So the Stream Deck goes on its own stand, and then the Loop Deck goes right on top of it, which I'm extremely excited for. I should be getting it in the next couple of weeks. Because then just this view in and of itself is clutch. Like just having this, I am super excited for that. So as soon as I get that, I will definitely share that with you guys. Let me just bring this back over here. Gabe says, is it fun to have both? I've heard good things, definitely. So I answered that question. Yep, you can use them both at the same time. Let's see. Do you have them both? So yeah, I do. I do have them both connected. USB-C to the CalDigit. Actually, yeah, they're both done. Listen, so I have the CalDigit TS3. I have the CalDigit Element Hub daisy chained off of the TS3. So I took one of the 10 gigabit USB-C ports or Thunderbolt ports. I took the Thunderbolt port from the CalDigit and daisy chained that in the import into the Element Hub, because the Element Hub, don't yell at me, it's either 8 or 10 additional ports. I feel like it's 8. I think it's 4 Thunderbolt 4 in the back and then 4 USB 3.0 regular ports in the front, or vice versa. So I have an Element Hub daisy chained to a TS3. Then I also have a powered dock, just a regular USB hub. It's a hub, it's not a dock, a powered USB hub that I have. Like my iPhone right now is connected to the hub, that powered hub, and then that powered hub is connected directly to the Mac Mini on one of the USB ports. So I actually have 3 dock/hubs, and all of my devices are spread within that. And Doc and I spoke a little bit about that yesterday, about that misconception about like powered hubs and connections and things like that. You can have your devices connected to like a CalDigit dock or a powered USB hub, but you got to make sure that it's the right speeds, right? So is it like now with the latest technology and all of the improvements, I was just saying yesterday that I need to upgrade my USB hub because it's 2.0, and my overhead camera said, nope, you need 3.0. So I looked on Amazon, a 3.0 hub is $30. So I'm going to order that and then have that replace that hub back there and all of my smaller, not as intensive devices, right? So like I mentioned, my iPhone, which is what I'm using as a camera permanently connected to Ecamm, is connected to the hub. What else do I have? I have some like powered stuff on there, and then just all the cables throughout. So Mr. Moderator yelling at everybody, but didn't put a Q in front of his own question. I just needed to put you on blast. I'm going to come back to that, but I'm going to punish you just because. Thank you, Marie. Yes, so there's that question there. She caught it. That's so funny. So she asked the question, but then she caught it and re-asked the question with the Q colon in front of it. Wait, and then he says the Q was filtered out. Was it really? Was that really, Paul? Hey, Dr. Omar. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. What's poppin'? If you are getting the benefit from this loop deck learning, don't forget to hit the thumbs button. Thank you, K-Walk. I appreciate you guys. You guys are so great. Thank you so much. Hey, Environmental Coffee House. Nice to see you. It's always great when you come and support the streams. So thank you. Obs is saying, now I'm thinking I can use my Stream Deck pedal and the loop deck 100%. So do you have the loop deck or you've been thinking about getting it, Obs? You can absolutely use them. The Stream Deck pedal definitely is valuable. You just got to work through the profiles. I feel like once you get what works for you with the Stream Deck pedal, it works really well. Just got to figure that out. I've had my Stream Deck for a year and I just set it up. You guys drive me crazy. Gabe had his in a box forever. My goodness. I need one of those, the LD attached to the SD. So Paul, remind me, I'll shoot you a text to the link. Let me show you guys, since we're talking about it, let's do a screen share. Let me just come back to the screen share. So let's come here. And then what I'm going to do is, so I can show you, since we're talking about that mount. Who's using Chrome? I'm using Chrome. Let me just click on Etsy right quick. Etsy. And then I can show you guys. Actually, I'll show you his whole page, because most of you guys either have a Stream Deck, at least a Stream Deck. I don't know. Did I log in with Facebook? Probably. I hate when it does that. All right. So let me messages. I'm just pulling up all my personal stuff before I start sharing the screen. And let me just come over here. Chrome. All right, cool. Check out these pictures. Look at this. How cool is this? So he has his 32 key here. And then you can see that the loop deck is angled a little bit higher. If we come back, let me show you the side view. I'm very excited for this. So you can see he did its own. It's actually, he built its own stand for the Stream Deck itself. And it's all one stand. So let me just come back out again. So you can see it's kind of like two legs. So this leg here, and it looks like it's kind of like a casing that the loop deck sits in. And then the way he did the angle, so if you press on it, it's going to be supported. Now I have the legs. These legs are from him that I bought already. Really good quality 3D printed legs, really solid. He sent these little rubber. You can see the little rubber feet. If I get this in view, yeah, you can see the little rubber feet that he sent with it. So when I have my loop deck on it, the rubber feet stop it. It doesn't move at all. So I'm sure he probably did something very similar with those legs there. Let's come back to the third one. Oh, hey, girl. How are you? What's cracking? And then this is the third picture here, just in his setup to show you what it is. But like that angle is perfect. So now for those of you guys that are like crazy like Paul, that have 2XLs, let's go to his store just to show you the stuff that he has. Oh, wait, hold on. It says no items, favorite shops. Oh, here's his store. That's what I wanted to look at. Look at this. Oh, man, this is dope. Is this new? I don't know if this is, why do I get so, did you see how excited I got? Like, look at my grin. I'm such a nerd. I'm mad excited. I don't even have 3 Stream Decks, but this is so cool. So for someone like Paul, although he does not have a 15 key, I don't think he has a 15 key, but Paul definitely has 2 32 keys. Look at this setup. That's pretty dope. Paul, you can see you're not the only one in this world that has multiple Stream Decks. So he has that. If we come back over here, and I can vouch for him, and I can say, so these are 2 15 key. This is one type of stand for the loop deck itself, where you can see, that's what I was saying, like he did it where it's kind of like an encased kind of deal. And if we come back, you can see it here. That's pretty cool. Let's get out of here. Come back. So he has, for those individuals that have a 32 key and a 15 key, which I feel like there's a good amount of people in the community that may have that, but this setup is pretty dope there. Yeah, some other stuff. This is the Loop Deck Live, so we can actually talk about that because there was a question about the Loop Deck Live. I think Paul, it was Paul, I was giving him a hard time. So we'll come back here and take a look. That's a pretty neat stand. This was the legs that I got here, the angle. Really good quality, really good stuff. All right. Oh, Paul, here you go. This is the one I wanted to. So he has 2 different types. He has this type here. If we take a look, right? So you have your Stream Deck on top of one another. Sorry. Let's come back and look at the side view. So you can see the quality that he did. Like he uses a lot of that, whatever the material is for the 3D printing. And then you can see how it gives you kind of both the elevated angle. And then there's also this one, or these are 15 key, it looks like. Or 32 key. Yeah, these are both 15 key. That's pretty cool. All right, so let me check. Well, I said I was going to look at this. Nope, this one here. I don't think there's any more pictures. Yeah, we can look at this here. All right. Okay, schematic on hubs and docks. Some toys don't like the hubs. I think, honestly, Robin, I think it depends on the type of hub. I haven't come across anything yet, with the exception of the face cam, where the face cam explicitly told me it needed to be connected to a 3.0 hub. And so that's why I'm going to buy a 3.0 hub and test it out. So stay tuned, because I should have it by the end of the week. So I'll get back to you on that. And Paul, 100%. That is another thing. That is a great thing, Paul. So not all cables are created equal. There are certain like regular USB-C cables that are just charging cables. I don't have there. My bag is upstairs. If you're going to be using devices the way we use devices, so like my iPad, my Rode Wireless Goes, the Rode Wireless Goes, although they're USB-C, you actually need to buy data and charging cables. Those cables are more expensive than just your regular charging USB-C cables. I would say if you're getting them, unless you know it's only going to truly be to charge, I would say just spend the extra couple of bucks always. So I have a 15-foot USB-C data and charging cable, and I think I paid like $18 for it. Mind you, it's 15 feet, right? But if I would have gotten the same 15 feet charging only, it would have been like $10. So for me, knowing that now I have the flexibility that I can connect any type of device and it's always going to work, you want to make sure that you always, whatever you're working, and I know that Sony cameras are the same as well. I haven't, because I now only use cam links. But there are certain types of cables that Sony does not like, and how you get around that is that you want to make sure that the cable you are 100% using is a data and charging cable. So thanks for that reminder, Marie. So what happens is when you erase and you rewrite it, I don't see the fact that it was like retracted or deleted. It stays in the comments. So that's actually kind of funny. Environmental Coffee House says, I'm doing a fundraiser. I want to get a Mac Mini. Worried about having another screen and all those components. The M1 desktop Mac looks good for me, but everybody else gets a Mac Mini. So for the price, and how many screens do you need? Let's talk about that. I eliminated my 227 inches with my 132 inch. So I technically replaced two screens with one. So not as cut and dry, but for the price, I think the M1, I love my M1. I'd love to go through that again one day slowly with your camera showing me all the daisy chains. Okay, so I can definitely, not today, because what I have to do, and it's so funny, so I'll do it, and if you're not around, then I'll link it, I'll record it, I'll do it in a live stream. I do have to rewire all my cables. So that's a good request, Marie. You are in luck, because that's one of the things that is on my like short-term goals to do, is to rewire my whole desk, because I've just been throwing things at it and adding and adding and adding, and I have not yet cable managed, and I've been meaning to cable manage for the last couple of months. And so what I will do is I have to take it, because it's all under my desk. I got to take it. The way I cable manage is that I literally take everything apart and organize my cables and throw it all together. So when I'm doing that, I'll bring the docks on the top of the desk and we'll do some overhead shots. And I'll show you like with the daisy chaining and things like that. Ob says, I haven't gotten it. Went through some stuff with my pedal. Oh, I remember. Did they you said they were replacing it. How has it been since then? I have to return it. It died. Okay, never mind. I should have finished reading that comment. That's what I should have done. Let's see. Let me come back. There you go. Just trying to, and then I'm just making some internal changes. All right, cool. Right? These mounts are nice. I like these mounts. Let's see. Paul, in all caps. That was excitement. In all caps. Paul says, I need that. I thought it was the loop deck on top. So he's releasing that. Oh, I closed it. He is releasing that very soon. So this was a message here for these, Paul. So this is what you're saying. He was building it. So I've been working with him and I gave him the idea. He just finished building this. This is the final product here. And he should be launching it live on his store within the week. And then he's going to send me the immediate link to purchase. And when he sends me the immediate link to purchase, I'll send it to you. So you can go back to being excited. You guys are saying hello to each other. The data cables do not look different. That is what sucks. So what I would say, and that's what I had to do, I would just say, just invest 30, 40 bucks, go to Amazon and buy a handful, right? Buy maybe 3 or 4 with different links and make sure that they say data cable. And then that's when you'll know for sure that you have it. And so mine, if we just go back here, let me just I wanted to go to the Amazon store, not my affiliate, Amazon. I want to go to Amazon. And if we go to my orders, speaking of which, let's actually go back here. Here is a 3.0 hub. This is the one that I'm going to buy. So this is a 3.0 hub. It's 7 ports. It's powered. What I really like are that each of the ports have their own off-on button. So if I don't have anything connected or if I don't want to access that, then you can turn all of these off. So this is the one that I am going to buy and try. I am going to send Paul this link and Paul can put it in the let me just get to Paul. Give me 1 second. Paul can put the link. You would think that Paul on my messenger would be in the top chat. Oh, he was in the top chat when I went to search the name. So that's good. All right. So that's for the USB-C. Paul will put that there. And then the cables that I bought, Robin, if we go to orders, where are you? Are these bad boys? This one. So this bad boy here, let's do the same thing. Control C, send this to Paul. And this here is a USB-C 10 foot. So so they're 10 feet data cable. You don't have to get right angle. I just liked having the option for a right angle. And it's actually, look, this one's, is it on sale? It must be on sale. And you can get an extra 10%. Yeah. Oh yeah. Cause it was 15 bucks. So now it's on sale. Get it. That's a great for 10 feet. Look, it's $11 versus the 6 feet is $10. So you definitely want to get this 10-foot bad boy. And they have a 10% off coupon. Well, I don't need any more. I've purchased this twice already. But for those of you guys that need the data cable, you definitely want to make sure that you get that. So that's how it's on the inside, how you know that it's a data cable, but they literally look exactly the same. But you want to, that's what that looks like there. All right, so let's just come back over here. Oh, shoot. Oh, I keep closing. All right, show you guys that. Let's come back over here. Environmental Coffee House, have you hung out with us on my Ecamm on Deck free mini masterclass? Have you signed up? You need to make sure you signed up if you have not signed up, because I will help you with all the ways. Thank you so much, Paul. Put the link there. Oh, wait, this is a picture of his rat's nest of cables. What? Paul, what? All right. Dr. Omar, would you please recommend a cable off of Amazon ZV-10 to use for both charging and as a webcam? ZV-E10. So I use cam links. I use cam links and dummy batteries is what I use. Dr. Omar. But what I would say is because it actually charges through USB-C. I don't have one, so thanks for making me feel upset. This cable will work because it is USB-C charging and it's a data cable. So, and this one is 10 feet. So absolutely grab that one. If Paul hasn't put it in the description, he will in the link in the chat. He will put that soon. Notice that monitor cable went bad in less than a year. All right, so let's see. He was looking at the 2XLs with SD on top. Got it. My son's ZV-10 while on a Zoom call will freeze up. Cam link. So the anchor, so a dock or a hub. So I will say with that, that is a good point. I did have issues with having so not all, even with a dock, man. So this is definitely, you guys are going to make me like clear out my desk one day next week and like lay out all of the, lay out the hubs and the docks. And I guess I can plan for that next week. I have to do the work first, so it's not something I can do this week, but I'll plan for that next week. So also not all ports are created the same, even on docks. So for instance, I have my CalDigit TS3. The one USB-A port, the regular USB-A port in the front, doesn't do both power and data. So when I had it, or if it gives it, it's not the full power. So when I had my cam link connected to the front of that USB port on the CalDigit, the TS3, it would freeze. And the only way to get it to start again was I either had to restart eCam or I had to pull the whole cam link and put it again. And I didn't realize that. That actually happened a lot to me last year. The same thing with the Element Hub. So the CalDigit Element Hub, the ports, the regular ports that are in the back they freeze up the cam link. I've learned my lesson the hard way. So I know that if I have cam links, I only put them. So if it's on my Element Hub, and this will be better with a visual, but I want you to know that you're not crazy. It's not you. It's even with having a really expensive dock like the TS3, like the what is it? The OWC or OCW, whatever it is. Those docks, the ports, you have to look at the speed of the ports, because certain speeds, so even like on the CalDigit Hub, the speed in the back, there's one that's a 10 gigabits per second, but another one is 5 gigabits per second, right? So if you were going to have an external hard drive connected, don't limit yourself by plugging in your external hard drive to the one that's 5 gigabits per second, because then you're going to get much slower, literally half of the data speeds. And I believe that the Element Hub can go up to 40 gigabits per second if it's a Thunderbolt cable. I don't know the specs, but what I'm saying is that not all of those ports are the same. So that's when that is the very rare circumstances that I will pull out a manual and I will take a look at the manual and look at the pictures of what each specific port is and what's the output and what's the input limitations on that. Because if I know that I'm connecting, let's say my Samsung T5, which is capable of whatever it is, it's definitely, I think it can go up to 40 gigs per second. I don't know, 40 gigabits per second. But I know it's way more capable than 5 gigabits per second. I'm not going to do myself the disservice by connecting it to just any hub or any port. I'm going to make sure that it gets connected to the right port so that I'm capped at whatever the speed is of that port, and I'm going to get the most speed. I hope that makes sense. Environmental Coffee House says, funny story. I was looking for my purple foam microphone cover and I just found it. My cats tore it up on the floor in my studio. I keep the door closed for a reason. Listen. So, I put it somewhere. Koa got my dead cat, the little wind muff thing, and it's all doggy slobbered now and I have to clean it. So I was not showing my Amazon history, and it would be interesting. So we will not go into that, Rich. Cut it out. 2 of those USB hubs. I have one going into my Mac USB-A. The second works nicely. Very good. Very good. So I'm going to update. Thank you. Why not an Anchor hub? I mean, I can, if we just go into Amazon Prime, so let's do this. Anchor U 3.0. Let's see what comes up. So this one here for $50. This is the one that I have. So I gotta look at this because this is the one, I believe that's the one that I'm currently using. And it says that it's 3.0 data. But when I connected my face cam, it said that it's not. So Anchor maybe lied. Let's see. Let me see. Easily add 7 3.0 super speed ports, data transfer, backward compatible. Might not necessarily be true. I gotta look and see because I do have this one. Yeah, that's the one I'm currently using. All right, cool. Good. Everyone is going to want to be here tomorrow. Yes, thank you, Paul. Paul reminded me because we are coming up on an hour and Paul is so great. No, that's for Paul. You absolutely want to be here tomorrow. And the stream has been scheduled on both my page and on Alex's page. Alex's, because his name is not Alex. His name is Alec. But when you're trying to, okay. Anyway, you don't want to miss it. Alec from Take One Tech will be here. He has its own masterclass on Ecamm Live where there are over 100 lessons. Alec also uses both the Stream Deck as well as the Loop Deck. He has a handful of classes on his YouTube page on Loop Deck, Stream Deck, and on Ecamm Live. And Alec also has icon packs that he has created for the, listen, why am I getting, I'm not even going to bother. Customer from the bank. Messages at 9:10 in the evening. Alec also created his own icon packs that we're going to be going over tomorrow. I'm actually very excited for that because we're going to talk about same thing, how he uses his Stream Deck versus how I use my Stream Deck. I can't wait to hear about his opinion on the Loop Deck, how he's been using it. Go a little bit over his Ecamm Live class, and then we're going to be talking about the different icon packs that he has because Alec has about, I would say 7 or 8, different icon packs for different programs. So he has a dedicated icon pack for Zoom, a dedicated icon pack for Ecamm Live, one for, I believe, Excel. He's done a handful of different ones. So we're going to go over that stuff. And he's giving away, he is giving away one of his Ecamm Live masterclasses to someone in the community. So you definitely want to be here. All right. Check out the links, show notes, got to go. Thank you so much, Environmental Coffee House. I appreciate you. All right. Just checking up on you guys. There you go. 130 lessons, videos in his class. If I don't make it on your live stream tomorrow because I'm finishing up. Yep. So I'll definitely do it tomorrow. And if you can't make it, just know that you'll be able to go back to it and I will do the timestamps videos. I had it up. Look, I want you to know that I had it up. I was ready, waiting for you. This is Chrome. Let me just open up. I got to bring up my Safari window because we were going to go over this. And if I switch Safari, it's right here. I was ready for you, but I'll do it tomorrow. All right, folks, let's see. So let me just come back over here to you guys and just swap. Hey, y'all. And just bring this over here. And if you aren't on the stream tomorrow, Have a safe flight and a safe trip, Albert. Enjoy. That sounds like it's going to be a great trip. So that's very exciting. Going back to Paul's question. Do you know what the benefit of the loop deck of the live is over the CT? So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to show that. I'm going to just do a screen share one more time. I just got to change the program. Let's go back to Chrome. Google Chrome. Come back over here to you guys. And basically, or how about I do this? Because I want a close up. Oh, not the loop deck live. I want the loop deck CT. There you go. That's a nice close-up. So the biggest thing is this type of dial here and different types of buttons. So there are 8 buttons on the bottom row, a little bit more buttons, right? Because you can see on the bottom you have 1 through 8, where here we have 1 through 7 on the live. Honestly, aside from the size, the biggest thing is this dial wheel. So the dial wheel gives you that precise control. Like if you're doing really like with photo editing, that's for what we're doing with live streaming. And so that's why they labeled the other device Loop Deck Live, because the device that we have is more for live streaming, where this one here definitely gives you more customization when you're doing things like video editing and photography editing with like the color grading and things like that. This color wheel works the same way like the other ones, where it is a knob, but it's also touchscreen. I don't know if it has, and then you have these other rows of buttons. So what is it? You got 6 here, so 12 additional buttons. So it's cool. If the software was better, I would definitely say probably worth the $550, because you get even more buttons. You get the touchscreen and things like that. But with the software for $550, I know Kevin just bought it. I'm interested to see once he actually starts using it, Kevin Cox, once he actually starts using it, I am very interested to see what he thinks of it. But he is more of like an editor on that aspect, because we did talk about it. And so he will be using the knob. So we'll see what he says about that. But that's the biggest. I would say out of everything, it's that knob feature here. I wish they had a video, but they don't. So you can see here, right? Like it's a dial and then the same thing. So pretty much how the screens work, the touch screens over here work, this works the same way. It's just a really big knob is all. Yeah, they don't really have anything. I want one of these cases though. All right. Come back over here. And you are very welcome, Robin. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I enjoy having you guys on. You guys are the best. All right, so we have been streaming for an hour. We went through some things, talked a little bit about the Loop Deck, showed you guys about the stand. If you have a Stream Deck, you want to get different stands, you can check that out. Really, the rest of the week, so tomorrow, so I kind of broke it up to have that little bit of monotony, right? So yesterday was Stream Deck Day. We gave away the XL giveaway. Tomorrow, I will be on at 7 p.m. with Alec from Take One Tech. We're going to be talking about comparing how we use the Stream Deck, and he's giving away his Ecamm Live Masterclass, one of his Ecamm, access to his Ecamm Live Masterclass. Someone will win that. We're going to be going over, so for the emphasis on the Stream Deck, we're going to go over what his icon packs look like, the different types of icon packs. Then we're going to show on screen downloading an icon pack, and then how to customize the actual Stream Deck buttons using a pack like his. And then we will be giving away some icon packs mañana. Then on Wednesday will be a little bit of a break. I actually was just asked to do a presentation for the bank or for one of the nonprofit agencies on behalf of the bank on Wednesday. So Wednesday will be streaming at 8 o'clock because my time to speak is from 5:30 to 6:30 here. So Wednesday we will do the stream at the same time. Actually, now that I'm saying that, Albert, the timestamps, you'll have to check it out when you come back from Madrid, because tomorrow I will be with Alec. So I won't be able to do the timestamps. Although he's the one that created the video. So maybe we'll see. It'll be either day. I'll let you know which day it is. But on Wednesday will be a little bit of a break. And then Thursday, the live stream is going to take place of what I've been doing. So if you guys have not sat in on one of the mini masterclasses, you're actually going to be able to get exclusive access to it, because what I'm going to do is I'm still going to do my eCam on deck webinar where we host it in Zoom. It is done in Zoom because I want to give the registrants the opportunity to ask questions and to participate a little bit more actively and interact with me more directly. But then what I'm doing is I'm actually taking Thursday's mini masterclass, so that Zoom session, and I'm actually going to live stream that Zoom session on Thursday. And then the last giveaway of the week to kind of close off the week is that I'm giving away a Stream Deck masterclass from my masterclass session. So I'm giving away one of those. So you want to if you're going to miss any days, I would say, not that I want you to miss any days, but if you're going to miss any days, you can miss Wednesday and then you can miss Friday. But you don't want to miss any other days outside of that. Because tomorrow, that's a great value. And then on Thursday, another great value, icon packs, you're learning stuff, some action-filled stuff for the rest of the week. So, Pirate Broadcast says, does the Loop Deck work for PC? Sorry if I didn't hear what you said, that I was ordering frog lights. It does. Yes, it actually works. And the plugin store for the Loop Deck is even better. Unfortunately, the plugin store that they just launched, the software, I think it's 5.0 or 5.1. It's 5.1. 70 profiles, plugins, and icon packs is just for Windows. So we're kind of left behind. And Alec and I can talk about that mañana. What's cracking, Billy? What's popping? How are you? Yes, 73 days with 27 days to go. Right over here. There you go. Man, it's been exciting. Maybe by the time I hit episode 220, tonight, 180, I'll be brave enough to try using my Stream Deck, going through Masterclass, just snail's pace. That's okay. That's okay, snail, at a snail's pace. You know you have the lessons with me as well, so you use them at your leisure. Why miss days when you are always giving us your time? I love you. Don't be trying to butter me up, Nano. I see you. Brian, what is cracking? Brian says, I found you because of the Rode wireless microphones. Well, thank you for coming through. And because you found me, this is how I do for my newcomers. What is poppin'? Thank you for coming through and showing support. I appreciate you. That means so much to me. So glad you found that video valuable. And what I was saying was I haven't done any pre-recorded videos because I decided to do a 100 days of live stream kick, and I'm on day 73 with 27 days to go. And basically once the 27 days are done, I'll go back to doing a mix of live streams on a weekly basis and then pre-recorded videos to kind of ramp up my channel. So that's dope. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Fog lights. I was going to say frog lights. You know, I didn't want to correct you because listen, frog lights, I don't know. I thought they were something like some angle. I don't know. I really didn't. It could have been a thing. Fog lights. I'm assuming the fog lights are for your car though, right? Because I'm a car girl. Did you know I'm a car girl? I am absolutely a car girl. West Side, what is cracking? Mr. Riley's World, how are you doing? I appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. Angie says 27 days feels like a million. I know, honey. I know. Angie has been such, listen, you guys, if it's anyone that you should probably love the most is Angie, because she has shared me with all of you guys over the last 73 days. She has given up all of her evening time where normally I'd be FaceTiming with her. Bob says, oh, poor Angie. Yes and yes. What car Pirate Broadcast? Let me know. Listen, Paul says, I hear you. That's because Paul can't wait for these 100 days to be over. He's like dragging. He probably aged 100 days, aged 100 years after this. But that is all we have, folks. This is where we are ending the stream this evening. Another great stream. I'm very appreciative of you. Had some great topics and streams. 27 more days to go. You guys are the best. David, what's poppin'? How are you doing today? Thank you for coming through. What's cracking, brother? He's talking my language. I wanted the GT too. Oh man, you're just like, wow. Mom went home today, guys. So now I'm back to being alone in the house again. Mom drove home. She made it safely right before the stream. She made it home safe in Pittsburgh. Almost 5-hour drive. So, but she will be back. I'm hoping Angie's birthday is on May 26th. And Angie's going to be here. That's Memorial Day weekend for a few days. We're trying to plan out between Connecticut and New Jersey, Pennsylvania. So my mom may try to make it. How fun will that be for you guys, not for me, to have Angie and my mom on a stream at the same time? I will absolutely bring mom back. You got it. All right, folks. Again, here is a quick reminder. Thursday, we have our Ecamm on Deck mini masterclass. So if you have not yet registered, please be sure to register at indiad.live/ecamm on deck. You definitely don't want to miss this week Thursdays, and that is because we are closing off the week, and I will be giving away one of my access to one of my masterclass to one of you lucky viewers. Well, David, check us out tomorrow and check us out on Thursday. All right. I get it. I'll have them both on. Sheesh. That is the link if you have not yet registered. You definitely want to check us out then. And that is all she wrote, folks. So tomorrow, where are we at? Tomorrow we will be back with day 74. Man, that's it. And Paul is just reminding you guys, if you want to help support me and my channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee or 2 or 3. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Buenos nachos. I appreciate all of you guys. Catch you guys mañana. Peace out, y'all.